Hello, everyone. This is Yonks with REtoken, the real estate DAO, and we are hanging out here with the core team on a Sunday afternoon, and we're getting ready to do our weekly core team planning session. And this is one of the favorite events that we host here of the week. We also have our community call Wednesday at 7 o'clock, and we normally host this on Sunday at 3:15. So let's jump right into our agenda here today. We don't have a lot of time. We utilize Trello for tracking all of the activities going on from a task management standpoint here in REtoken. And here's the agenda that we've got for today's planning session. So we had, and I can't remember, I think it was a week or two, we had a community tools working group, and we one of the things that we put in place, and really excited, I'm gonna bring that open here real quick, is we've got our docs online with GitHub, and we just literally got our community plan access here earlier in the week and started putting some of the stuff here. So looking forward to that. I don't know if we'll keep it on the gitbook.io URL, but might have that on our retoken.info site, but that's something here. So I guess since I brought that up, what does everybody else think about that? Is there value of leaving it on the Gitbook domain, or should we set it up where we can use a custom domain like docs.retoken.info? Anybody have any thoughts here on our core team call today?
What was the cost?
Nothing.
Well, then go for it.
Okay, cool. And that was easy. So we'll put that as a decided. And I do think that there's some value from a like a permalink standpoint of having our own domain, because like if we ever decided to move away from another tool, we could still utilize the same URL permalinks, and that's, I think, just a better content strategy. But we're not going to go into the weeds on that. So let me add that as a decided to use docs.retoken.info for our custom Gitbook domain. And I think I'm going to just put this as a decision section here in this. We'll do a next actions and a decisions for our call today. There we go. And that's also a next action. I'll take that as a next action to implement that. So the other thing too is coordinate, and that's something I'm gonna created, and I haven't finished watching. There's a video I shared in the channel over here, Coordinate, under the DAO resources. Good video, and I also put some links on here. Coordinate is, as the video thumbnail says, tools for DAOs, and it's really a reward distribution tool. And that's one of the things, going to do an airdrop here later today for the REtoken rewards. So make sure that you take a look at the events channel. I'm not sure when I'm going to do that. I've got to take a look at what we've got going on the rest of the day, but that'll be a super short live stream where we're dishing out some REtokens, because we love our REtoken rewards. We are a tokenized Web3 community. So as far as setting up, like bouncing over here to Coordinate's homepage, and one of the things that, from what I understand, is Coordinate is getting ready to do a version 2 upgrade, and they, like, one of the things I think is a lot easier, from what I understand, is the ability to start a circle here. And I don't know if that's something that we want to actually do today. It seemed like it was pretty easy as far as and let me do this in the, so, and the thoughts on that is I've been doing most of the administration on the rewards distribution here. And it's really getting to be too burdensome for me. And then, like, one of the things that we're going to talk about here in a little bit is implementing in or developing an ambassador program. And that's something else that I think that will create a framework where we can have a lot of growth really fast here. And that's with one of the other things that we've got on our roadmap with the token summit coming up in Q1 of 2022. I think us being intentional about getting some solid framework in place, the sooner that we can do that and prepare for a lot of growth and set ourselves up for a lot of growth, I think. So that being said, circling back to reward your fellow contributors. So do we want to spend any more time on the community or on the core team call here today, or do we want to keep on going through some agenda and set this up on a breakout group or something like that? What does everybody think?
Let's get through the agenda items, and then if we have the energy and desire, we can do that too.
Sounds good.
I agree with that.
Okay, awesome. Well, let's keep the fun rolling here. Coordinate, we just spoke about, and that's something too. As I mentioned before, we fired up the live stream that myself and we just had Dax join us, so I'm going to bring him up to the call. So happy Sunday, Dax. Welcome to our core team planning call. So we were just briefly talking about Coordinate. I know that we had some discussion on that. So we're going to continue to go through the agenda here because we don't have a lot of time, a little over a half an hour left today. And so if we have some more time at the end of our allocated time for today, then we'll circle back on Coordinate. Otherwise, we'll do a breakout session sometime here in the upcoming week to start having Coordinate. And I did create a Discord channel here. And one of the things that I was going to talk about is with our involvement at Creator DAO. Coordinate is one of the new clients of Creator DAO. So there will be some opportunities. Also, Poopster is not on the call today, but one of our core teammates is also a founding 100 person over at Creator DAO. So there's some really awesome synergy there, and that's something that I'm excited about, because there's another opportunity here later that we're going to talk about with the Polygon ecosystem DAO that's also, I believe, a Creator DAO client. So anyway, moving on to the next aspect here. Tyler and I have been engaging in the token engineering commons, and I would encourage anybody else that has more of an interest in that aspect. They have a wonderful community over there, and that's one of the things that we're going to continue to engage with them about. Like one of the conversations that really looking forward to having is a shared equity appreciation model for our tokenized cooperative housing situations. But that's another conversation, just putting that out there as far as a consideration, because we'll love talking about the shared equity appreciation model that I believe that we can establish. So going back to the incorporating a praise aspect to our weekly call, this is something that Token Engineering Commons does really well. I think how many minutes would you say, Tyler? Do you remember? It was probably like what, 10 or 15 minutes on their community call that they just dedicated, and it was a very intentional, like boom, boom, boom. Go ahead.
Yeah, it was probably 10 to 20 minutes, I'd say. But number one, there were at least 20 to 30 people on this call, maybe more than that. And everyone was talking pretty fast, but it was just so exciting because they were saying things like, I want to praise Dax for doing the Collabland bot, and I want to praise Blurs for doing the work on this, and I want to praise Crash for doing. I mean, it was like coming into the community for the first time with no background was super inspiring to see how much was actually happening, how much work was getting done, and how much they were noticing who was doing it. And it sounded like the general purpose was to build up the community, and they also have this praise bot. Jason, I don't know if you can bring that up on the screen in their server, but they have this praise bot where they tag you if you get praised for something. And I thought that was really cool. I mean, the whole environment was just so positive, and it really, my immediate first impression with no other background was, this is something I really want to be part of. Look at how much is going on. They're doing a ton, and they're rewarding people, and they're noticing people who were doing it. So that was just really exciting. All of it was great.
And I did bring up the praise bot here. This is a DM from some praise that I received here, and they have a praise channel over here. And like here was one that I got for community building with DAOs, and you can see here that and this is the thing that's fabulous about that, is that that is one of the means that they have for providing their token rewards to their community. And it sounds like that the Token Engineering Commons is going to be enhancing their praise bot. And this is actually something that also spoke a little bit about on the Creator DAO call that I was on Friday recently. So that's we like focusing on the positivity thing, and I think that that's something that we're going to incorporate, not necessarily the praise bot right now, and that's something that we can potentially explore. I did ask, and this is kind of my exposure to ZenHub a little bit, and I can't remember if I put a link in there somewhere, but wanting to stay on track. So that's one of the things that we're going to add to our community call, and then potentially explore doing enhancements as far as like a praise bot where it could, and that's one of the things that I'm excited about, like being intentional about some tools that make it easier to have fun, and then also provide rewards and incentives, especially in a very positive manner. So does anybody have any thoughts, concerns, questions on the praise? And again, not looking at doing the praise bot or doing the automation thing like we've already talked about. Coordinate will be a first step for a tool for rewards. But anyway, thoughts on the praise?
Yeah, give it a shot.
Sounds good.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I think that would be nice.
We will add it to, and that's one of the things too, trying to get better at as far as creating some templates in Trello for the stuff. And let me show you what I'm talking about a little bit on that here. So here's my Trello card. So let me close that out. What I was talking about on the template is like this one here, the weekly treasury distribution proposal. That's this card I created off of a template, and this is some solid framework here. And the thing that was fabulous about that is Trello has this template right here. You can see this card, and I'll make it a little bigger here. Oh wait, I'm not on my screen. Let me do that. There we go. Now you can see what I'm talking about instead of me just looking at my screen. So this card here, the template right here, this card is a template. And then to create card from template, you just click on this little blue box, and then you call it whatever you want, and then it automatically populates. So it's a very easy way to have a template functionality. And that's one of the things that we can create a template for, just making it easier so that we have like a consistent agenda items for like our community call or our core team planning call and stuff like that. So moving on our agenda. So let's see, I will add that as a bullet point here. We agreed to incorporate verbal praise within our weekly community calls. Awesome. So, developing ambassador program. So this is one of the things that I think will integrate really nicely into like a local strategy, and then also does anybody have any experience as far as either being involved in an official ambassador program, or what that looks like, to shed some light, whether you think that that's a good idea, bad idea, thoughts, concerns?
I really like the idea of an ambassador program, especially if we do end up deploying Mighty Networks. They have a great program that we can add in perks, and you can actually use your referral link to bring people into the network so we can see whether it's working, whether people like the perks. It could be REtoken, it could be some other stuff, TBD. I think it would be a really cool way to gamify referrals and see if people want to do that. The other thing was it could be a great way to get people who have big networks and want to really promote this to be incented to promote it.
Yeah, and I was thinking too that that would be a really solid, like we've already got on our roadmap, and I'm going to actually open up our roadmap here in another tab real quick. I love our roadmap, and this is one of the things that had a little brief conversation about, like, one of the things that need to add, and we can actually do that here when we're done talking about the ambassador program, because we just had in our snapshot, and I'll circle back to that momentarily. And there I said it, Blurs, circle back, see? But I think that the ambassador, like where I was going here, we've got a meetup, develop materials for local meetup groups to help position themselves as experts. And I think having an ambassador program will build into our other aspects really well, like whether it's this local meetup strategy. And that's one of the things that really excited about, like, we just launched a meetup group here literally like a couple weeks ago for REtoken in Colorado. And like, we already have had 32 members organically sign up to that, because that's just people that are interested in, DAOs and real estate and blockchain. And, that's one of the great things about Meetup, is that they have such a large local aspect. So I had this tab over here, and I've regularly, I think, mentioned, I don't talk about it too much, but I'm a fan of Polkadot for a lot of different reasons. Polkadot is getting ready to have their parachain auction coming up here. Literally just unstaked some of our Polkadot in our Fearless wallet so that we can participate in the upcoming crowd loan process, which will literally be the first parachain auctions. And this is one that I've thought about joining here, the Polkadot Ambassador Program. And that's one of the things that I think it will probably lend itself to us doing some working groups, just like having a ambassador working group program. So that's unless somebody is just like opposed, that's actually what I think would be the next best step, is to put an ambassador working group, and then let that ambassador program be born out of the working groups for that. So does everybody, does that sound like a solid strategy for moving forward with a REtoken ambassador program? First would be to run it through our voting and proposal process, and then assuming that passes, look at doing a working group, and just thinking here with it already being, we've only got 1 week of October. This is something that I'm thinking like start having some conversations about like the first or second week of like from a working group standpoint.
Hey, Jason, Amy had a good point in the comments that everybody should be an ambassador if you believe in this mission. And yes, Amy, we totally agree with you. I think the bigger question is logistics of if we are setting up everybody with an individual referral code. I'd like to know if you actually plan on using anybody. Like, I mean, if we need 200 codes, I'm happy to get those set up. I just don't want to set it up for people that have no intention of promoting it. And I'm also wondering if it's easy to do, then sure, everybody can. Anybody's welcome to be an ambassador, and anybody's welcome to earn rewards. I just don't know what the logistics look like. I don't want to set up an automatic reward code for everybody if it's manual. If it's automatic, then sure. If it's not, then I want people to sign up for it, and then we'll just sign up as many people as want to.
Yeah, and I think that let's have those conversations in the ambassador working groups, because I mean I think that there's different potentially tiers or aspects, and you know like but that I think that we can have a lot more conversation. I don't think we've got the time here today to architect our ambassador program, but I'm really excited about that. And like we had our working group yesterday, our content strategy working group, where we were focused on developing some type of or improving our REtoken onboarding experience. And you know, like I really think that like a senior ambassador, for example, might be instrumental in having a higher touch onboarding aspect. And then like one of the things that I was thinking of, just from a like to put a label on community members, if you will, like when somebody goes through whatever onboarding process that we have, they could be like an initiate, and then like the next level might be an ambassador, or you know, and then like one of the things that we've already put on our roadmap here for, I think it's Q4. Let me see here. Board of Stewards. Do we have that on our roadmap? Maybe. Oh, Q2. Yeah. So implement Board of Stewards. So that's another like a REtoken steward, you know, would be the top, you know, like and I'm hoping here that the people that are on the core team now, assuming that everybody is still engaged in Q2, that's something that people that are on the core team will aspire to also want to be on the REtoken Board of Stewards. So I think that all fits really well. So I'm going to move forward with the creating the proposal for adding this to our roadmap for Q4 of 2021, and we'll figure out what makes more sense as far as priority. I mean, we've got a lot of stuff here on Q4, and then one of the things that we've already started talking a little bit about, very little though, is the token summit, and that's our big item, as you can see here, for Q1 of 2022. So getting back to the agenda here for today's working group. So let's see, we will, decisions are move forward with creating proposal for REtoken ambassador program. Will use working groups strategy to develop that program, assuming it passes proposal process. All righty. So upcoming opportunities, super excited about the Gitcoin DAO Global Hackathon. So I don't know if everybody has signed up for that. Here's the join link. I did get registered. The event starts in less than 16 hours. So I think that there's, and I don't know if I've seen the, if they've got because they normally have some type of workshop or something like that. And I don't know if I've actually seen that. I might check my email here. So I saw Wholesome NFT. So welcome, Wholesome NFT. I don't think that we've seen you on our live stream. So thank you for participating today. Send me a DM on Twitter or Discord with your wallet address. We actively incentivize participation with 10 REtokens. So thanks for chiming in here today. We love dishing out the REtoken rewards to encourage participation, because I know that the platforms, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, love the audience engagement. So thank you for popping in and saying hi today, Wholesome NFT on YouTube. So DAO Global Hackathon, who else is excited about this?
I'm really curious to hear more about it.
Oh, go ahead, Blurs.
Oh, no, I'm just really curious to hear more about it. I saw it in Discord, but I didn't really get a chance to dig into it at all. So I'm hoping you can enlighten me.
Yeah, well, I don't know if there's, one of the things that's very different about this is the time frame here. Like the DGov hackathon that we participated in, not only participated in, but we were the grand prize winners of. That was like a 3-week ordeal. So looking at the time frame here, what is this? A week in October, November. So that one was 3 weeks, and this one is like, what is that? 6 or 7 weeks. So this one is much longer. It's much larger. So like looking at the sponsors here, I'm seeing 16 sponsors. And this is some of the same sponsors on the DGov hackathon, but definitely different ones. Like one that I'm excited about, Polygon. We have our REtoken minted on Polygon, and then our Tokentown Colorado founding citizen NFT, which you can acquire on tokentown.net. Our NFT that we created using Unlock Protocol is also on Polygon. And after we get done talking about the DAO Global Hackathon, that's the other opportunity that we're going to talk about as well. So this one has a lot more sponsors. So make sure that anybody that's interested in participating in this, whether you're watching the live stream or whatever, we have a very open and inclusive, and best of all, we've already got a proven track record of winning. Like the last Gitcoin hackathon that the DGov hackathon, we won the grand prize. We actually won 2 bounties on that. So we have a proven track record of winning these, and we aren't developers ourselves. So we would love people that have more developer chops to join our community and participate, because we have a need for that. And then I'm sure that there was some that we didn't participate in because we didn't have the skill set. So let me see here if introduce yourself. I actually posted here too on the town square the other day, and let me see where my post is at. Oh, they've added a lot of bounties here, it looks like. So that's one of the things that's pretty exciting. So yeah, right here is the post that I made. And that's one of the things that's fabulous too about, like, we have people in our community, we have more opportunities to participate, because I mean, we've got multiple DAOs. We've got Tokentown DAO, Tokentown Colorado, Our Home Co-op, Token Summit. So we have multiple opportunities, and that's one of the things that we'll be figuring out here. I'll be looking at the bounties, and we'll probably, what I'm thinking here is scheduling a call for tomorrow for figuring out our team strategy. So that's actually what I'm going to propose I haven't spent any time, and I don't want to spend, we don't have enough time to talk about developing a strategy here today, but that's kind of what I'm thinking, is taking a hour for tomorrow, and I'll put some times, I'll do this. I'll put a poll on Discord as far as what time tomorrow would be the best, because this is super exciting. Like, we've got a lot of people in the community that haven't engaged yet, and this will be a fabulous opportunity for increasing our community, inviting people to engage, and then really getting some forward movement on a lot of these projects. Like Our Home Co-op, this was one where we're talking about developing a co-op housing NFT, and Our Home Co-op, that DAO doesn't even exist yet. So the opportunity to create some DAO infrastructure and, you know, learn what we've already learned in previous hackathons, and then win more bounties and win more treasury stuff. Like, I'm gonna digress here real quick. So I'm gonna show everybody our Gnosis safe, and this is something that super excited about here. So this is the REtoken Gnosis safe. So like, we've got almost $6,000 in our treasury, and looking forward to adding to that here with the DAO Global Hackathon. We also have the Token Town DAO treasury Gnosis safe set up. We've got some Gnosis safe set up for Token Town, Colorado as well. So that just goes back into us following best practices. So anyway, make sure everybody that's here gets registered for the DAO Global Hackathon. And like I said, next actions, I'm going to add this right here to next action to create a poll for when to schedule. Go ahead, Tyler.
Oh yeah, I was trying to sign up for it. The only sign up I could see was join the Discord. Do we have to do anything else? Jason, I think you're muted.
You're on mute.
Let me open this onboard link in a private window and see what it looks like.
While you're doing that, question, so should we all sign up?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Because we'll create when we figure out what our strategy is. You all need to join individually, and then like we will create a team.
Can you hey babe, can you post that in the? Do we have a DAO Global Hackathon link in our server or something where we can just get everybody who wants to sign up to do it? Because I missed it. I don't know if I'm just dumb. Everybody else missed it too.
I saw it, but I dismissed it, and then I forgot about it. Okay, Dax signed up.
That's because Dax is better at this stuff than I am. So good job, Dax.
Hey, I was quite impressed, Tyler, when you were getting in there and contributing on GitHub for our American-made solar prize. So
I just want everybody to know that I still use Hotmail because go 90s. So I just want double extra credit.
Yeah, no comment on the Hotmail. So yes, there was a join now, and you just use your login with your GitHub account. So yeah, there's been a lot of bounties added on that, and this is one of the things too where and I've got to get caught up on the REtoken stuff. So one of the things too, and I'll circle back with you, Crush, as far as trying to figure out a time tomorrow where we can figure out, because we still need to do all of our airdrops for the American-made solar prize project, and then most importantly, just trying to stay on top. And that's one of the things that I am going to do a live stream to do an airdrop here later today for this week's REtoken distributions, and then that'll give some of the people that are new REtoken holders the opportunity to vote in some of these upcoming proposals that we're going to be running through here this next week. So, all right, looking here. So,
I just want to chime in on the hackathon. One thing I'm really looking forward to with this one is that we're not going to be rushing to get something submitted like we have on the other ones, like Hero X. That was we had what, a week or something. It was crazy.
Well, and the thing that's I'm gonna take it off of the screen here. The thing that's so fabulous that a lot of people may or may not know, the project Token Town that we submitted for American Made Solar Prize, from an idea evolution standpoint, when I was in Austin for the Blockchain Real Estate Summit on September 9th and 10th, Token Town wasn't even an idea at that point in time. And then thanks to the monumental efforts of our team, like we really started our efforts after I got back from the Digital Assets and Securities Conference, which was hosted in Austin again in September, the 21st to the 23rd. So we literally, like, all of the efforts on that was 2 weeks, and it'll super excited. And regardless of what happens with the American Made Solar Prize outcome, we are going to build Token Town here in Colorado, at least the first new subdivision, and that's a solar powered next gen HOA that's going to be governed by a DAO. So, and we're taking a very different approach. Not going to talk about any more of Token Town. Love talking about that. And yes, I am also equally excited because this is going to be a lot longer time frame. We've got how many sponsors is this? I think 16 sponsors. So, and it's a different set of sponsors too. So it'll be fun to see. Deep DAO has some very cool statistics for DAOs, and yeah, it'll be fun to see what bounties exist. So that's one of the things between now and our strategy tomorrow that I'd encourage everybody to kind of spend some time looking at the bounties that exist. And the biggest opportunity will here on, I've got this thread on, and I'm actually gonna, no, we'll just leave this thread here. This is one that's got the details in it under opportunities. And I think I've got most of the people. Yeah, so I've got most of the people that are on the call here added everybody on core team, REtoken, and Token Town. It doesn't allow me to add everyone to the thread. It has to be a defined Discord role. So that's one of the things that I've kind of done a little bit to increase the visibility, because when I do that, does that automatically subscribe you to that thread? Can somebody provide some insight on that?
I'm sorry, which? I can try it out.
So when I like on this one,
you're not sharing.
Oh yeah, okay, thanks. On this one, I tagged core team, REtoken, and Token Town, and looking at the member list, I don't know if that automatically joins you to the thread or not. And that was the question, Blurs.
I'm pretty sure it does.
Yeah, I think it does.
So we'll just use this thread. So, and when I'm looking through, I'll throw some comments in this thread as far as some bounties that look interesting. And then probably also on Trello. Let's see. I think this is my window. We've got the DAO, and I don't even know if, yeah, right here, DAO Global. So I'll move this to the here, and as I find some ones that are interesting here, I'll just put a section here, bounties that are most interesting. And we can just make a list here as far as ones that we want to, and that'll give us some more details for our strategy call tomorrow. So we've only got 5 minutes left here. The other opportunity that I wanted to talk about is the Polygon ecosystem DAO. So we've already this is pretty fabulous. And let me see, Polygon, I think it's EDAO. I don't know if they're, I'll see if I can find that and create a thread on this opportunity as well. But I did want to, the Polygon ecosystem DAO, they've already created a, and let me see right here. Yeah, so we already have a Tokentown channel in Polygon ecosystem DAO for, and this is something that Grindel, who is the main facilitator, already created. So we already have an existing opportunity where we've been, our project, thanks to efforts of Poopster, who's engaged with the Polygon eDAO, Polygon ecosystem DAO. So I'll have more conversations with him when he's back, and then this is definitely an opportunity, and I'll put some, like I said, some more conversations in that. So this is another Discord that I would encourage people that are here on the core team to hop in to, and it looks like Ryan's already commented in here. So this is, again, another opportunity that we've, again, can submit a request on. As I mentioned, Polygon, we use Polygon for our social token that we minted on Coinvice. We are also using Polygon through Unlock protocol for our Tokentown Colorado founding citizen NFT. So it's a side chain on Ethereum that makes doing costs less. We also have a couple. Already showed you our Gnosis Safe, and I'll do that again here real quick because I didn't talk about it in context of Polygon. So we're using Polygon quite a bit. So we are a good case example for the Polygon ecosystem DAO as well. So let me open that up real quick here on the Gnosis Safe, because that's the one that we've got for, and switching here to Polygon. All right, and we've got, yeah, this is our Tokentown DAO for Colorado, where we've got our NFTs. There's our founding citizen NFT, and that's where we're using our treasury for Unlock. So we're a good example of a DAO that's actively utilizing Polygon. So that'll be a fun conversation to carry forward, and we'll take those conversations offline. We've only got a couple minutes. Does anybody want to give us some final thoughts? Anything else?
I don't, and this, stop me if this isn't the right time for this, but can we take a team vote on putting our treasury that's in dollars right now into Ethereum or something else that people want? Is that a possibility, or do we just want to leave it in dollars?
I think let's curb that until next week and have a treasury conversation next week, because one of the other things that we need to figure out too is how to be more involved with our UMA tokens as far as from a governance standpoint. So is that fair for everybody to have a conversation like 5 or 10 minutes during next week's core team planning on treasury?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Anything else that we need to finalize? I didn't finish this next action thought. Create a poll for when to schedule the Gitcoin DAO Global Hackathon strategy 1 hour for Monday evening. And as far as that, is there what's the earliest that could get the best participation from everybody here tomorrow for that?
We have, Jason, you and I have something from 1:30 to 5 Mountain, so try to schedule it before that or after that.
So that would be
3:30 to 7 Eastern.
yeah. So I guess
have
it either.
something.
Go ahead, Crush.
Sorry. So I have a meeting from 9 Eastern to 10, but anytime before that or even after is fine.
And is anybody available like in the earlier time of the day? Like you said what was the like 1 Eastern?
We have something starting at 3:30 Eastern, so pretty long window during the business day if that works for everybody else.
Yeah. Would 1 Eastern exclude people from participating, or should we do it like after?
After, please.
After? Okay, cool. Well, I'll do I think probably 7, 8, and 9 time frames and see what the poll results are. So we'll go with that then for the poll. Any other final thoughts here before we call it a wrap? We're already a minute after 2 o'clock and want to be respectful of everybody's Sunday afternoon here. All righty. Well, I love hanging out with you all and love coming up with a strategy for the week here so that we can stay on track and keep on moving this REtoken, the real estate DAO, forward. So thanks everybody for hanging out here today. Like I said, I'm going to do a airdrop via a very, very short live stream later today. So look forward to that, because then those people that are actively participating will get more REtokens. So super excited about giving out more REtokens and creating something here that we can all be proud of and change there's lots of opportunities to make the real estate industry better with blockchain technology. So everybody have a great rest of your Sunday.
See ya.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks. Bye.